Alright, and we are live. Okay, for anyone tuning in later, there's a possibility, I'm not sure exactly if we'll have this done, but we might have some timestamps to possibly when some of the goals are in the comment section below. We may or may not, I'm not sure exactly what the plan is, so feel free to check that out. If there's something there, then there you go, and if there isn't, then, well, guess that answers your question. Let me just get to this monetized. Let's see here. Yes, put these here. Let's see, are we getting to the playoffs here now? There we go. Got hockey. Here we go. See, welcome to those tuning in. That one's right there, yeah. And that one, maybe leave that one there because we were gonna put that underneath. Just leave it. We can, yeah, just leave it. We'll deal with that, okay? Please.
May 24 weekend, and we have a matinee for us here on the Sunday in Las Vegas. It's high noon in Vegas, 36 degrees right now Celsius or 96 Fahrenheit. There's Chance the mascot. So we learned in Cappy's piece that Eichel and Marchessault fly together. They're seatmates. And I wondered, Kevin, who did you travel?
I was always at the card table, Ron, so Fowler in Anaheim, and I was with the Frenchies in Vancouver, Burroughs, Maholtra, Lapierre.
That's great. How about you, Jennifer?
With Team Canada, it was Sherry Piper. Yes.
I had my own role. I was special.
Can I just say,
another thing with that cabbie thing? No Crocs for me. I know Kevin and Elliot wear Crocs every day to the
never wore Crocs.
Not for me. Not for
No
me.
Crocs here either. No.
Flip-flops for sure in the shower, but and I used to wear Crocs in the shower, but everything pools in there. And it's,
Crocs is Forsberg, right?
Yes.
Definitely don't wear those.
Didn't fare well. So the other great thing about this, the hot hand is Manitoba's hand for sure. And Scott's going to reference this with Brett Howden, but you think about
There we go. Welcome to all joining. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Mark Stone, and of course the general manager Kelly McCrimmon. So that's a really great thread. Let's send it to Scott first to tee up game 2.
All right, Brett, how are you doing? Doing good. How are you doing? Well, the deeper you go in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the bigger hero you can become, and that was you with the overtime winner in Game 1. What's that goal done for your confidence heading into Game 2?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's nice to get that. We got Game 1, but I feel like we have a really good group here, and we're already not thinking about that. We're moving on to the next game, and throughout the playoffs, I thought each series and each game we've gotten more and more confident as a team. So we're gonna have another good one tonight.
I will ask you one more question about the goal because Because the winning goal in the conference final has to stack up as the biggest goal of your career. I'm guessing your phone lit up. How many messages did you get?
Yeah, quite a few. A lot of family and friends reaching out, and so cool, so nice to see so much support. Yeah, pretty special.
Okay, finally, you're the pride of Oakbank, Manitoba. You're one of 4 Manitobans making important contributions to the Vegas Golden Knights in the playoffs. What do you make of this heavy Manitoba influence?
Yeah, yeah, it's coming over here when I got traded. It was pretty nice, knowing a few of the guys, knowing a few of the names, and making it easy to come in here. And yeah, pretty cool to be able to be.
What up, Carter? How are you doing? How are you doing today? I'm excited for this game.
I don't know about
As long as Vegas doesn't win.
it's pretty fun.
Thank you.
I just don't want Vegas to win.
Ron, back to you.
What a great interview.
I said I just don't want Vegas to win.
John Bartlett, Gary Gallagher.
Just anyone but Vegas.
Mobile Arena. So here are the 5 goaltenders, Kelly. We're going to focus on 8 Hill, of course, but it's amazing what they've done this season with 5 different men between the pipes. Now, Aiden Hill hadn't started more than 3 in a row all year.
What?
This is not including their actual starting goaltender,
Which is
Robin Leonard.
Leonard, yeah.
Because he's played on just
Is he with player assistance program or?
No, he had, I think, hip surgery.
Oh, that's what it was.
There's some chance he may not be able to play next year either.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with that reminds me almost of the thing with Landeskog.
I love them, right? This chance to get up and get to the rink and get going. And you think about duos, and this is something Cassidy's focused on with the Vegas Knights.
Let's
And
see
2 players
here.
that have shown chemistry and can drive a line. We saw a great feature with Marchessault and Eichel. Held pointless in game 1, but they look dangerous and in control. They could be very good tonight. I mean, Eichel's averaging over a point per game. Marchessault, 5 goals in the last 5 games.
Haskinen's going to play half the game again tonight like he usually does. He's got 9 assists in the playoffs. I'm looking for him to probably get his first goal tonight. He's going to be big if they're going to get this series back to even, Elliot.
And Kelly, you talked about Robertson in the pregame. If it is true that he feels better, it's time to show it. Dallas usually gets better as the series goes on, but they can't go down 2-0. These guys.
Unbelievable. They would lose in overtime for the 3rd consecutive game 1, but they bounced back every time. The other thing is they were 8-1 scoring first. They got the first goal, and that didn't. So my theory, do you think they've played a lot of hockey and now it's starting to show, and maybe with the short term?
I think they're both.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't think fatigue's going to be a factor.
Good. All right. Well, I'm irritable.
Have you ever seen Pug's Kramer
What's that?
drinking a beer while he's smoking?
Finals.
No.
Gone to overtime. It's either Elvis leaves the building or Kachuk leaves the
Okay.
building. Game 2 in Vegas.
Okay, not too close to that.
Chevrolet Silverado Factory empty trucks. Where will they take you?
It's done.
That's a very Kramer-like thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. I hope Stars Knights have a good game today. And wow, what a start in every conference finals. When the 14s went overtime. I know. Watch us go to overtime today.
Only right wings.
Yeah.
Right wings. Score the lowest fees with Skip. Audible lets you live the game you love
For nearly his entire hockey life, every single card.
in ways you can only imagine. Get carried away in all things hockey. Audiobooks, podcasts, and originals for every type of fan. There's more to imagine with Audible.
Time to slip in. All right, yeah. Get this right. Good, dog.
Hey man, nice Jets hat. Thank you. It's I actually had gotten it this year. It was on clearance, actually. It was one of the draft ones. I typically I stay away from the snapback hats typically because I find that it doesn't fit my head nearly as well. Just because with me, I'm very, very particular about my hats. Rule number 1 with my hats, they need to come down quite a decent way. With me having kind of like long hair, if I don't have hats that kind of almost wrap around, it'll just like slide up and slide off. You're very welcome, thank you. Yeah, no, but I need that with my hats, and then I prefer the stretch. Velcro's the best. Velcro is the, like, I know a lot of people don't like Velcro because it's cheap or whatever the hell it is. But the Velcro, you can get it the exact right size that you want. Like, it's fantastic. But the stretch hats, if I can find a stretch hat that fits, that is like the golden thing, because then I never need to adjust it. It fits my head perfectly. That's actually what I have in my bomber's hat. I also stay away from snapback hats, by the way. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's not that I won't buy a snapback hat. It's that I'll try it on in the store and I'll wear it for like a few minutes and I'll try like because you always have those two sizes where one's like a little bit big and then one's like a little smaller than you'd prefer. And if it's something that I actually feel like that I would actually wear, then whatnot, then I'll get it. But I'm very particular about those. And I try to have my hats matched with my jerseys. That's why I have both reverse retro hats. And then I have this one which I wanted. I have a bomber hat for both of those. I need to sometimes see if I can find a Jets hat with the aviator logo. I don't think they sell those anymore. Even though I don't usually wear NHL
Do you have a
hats.
Heritage one?
No, yeah, I only have the white Heritage jersey. The good news is that if they're gonna make those the home, then that's excellent. Yeah, not gonna lie. As much as I hate Vegas, their intro's sick. Well, do you know what that song's from?
No.
John Wick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I would love to see the John Wick movies sometime. I've never seen them.
They're either on Netflix or Amazon.
I'm sure they are. I would love to see a game in Vegas. I wouldn't be cheering for Vegas, but man, I'd love to see a game there. Got my first Sea Bears merchandise for my 25th birthday yesterday. Can't wait till basketball season in the Peg. I expected to watch it on CEBL on plus coming on Saturday. Go Sea Bears, go! Hell yeah, man! When is it starting? Game should be starting really soon. They're just doing the entrance right now, and then they're probably going to be doing the national anthems within the next minute. So I expect under 5 minutes that we're going to be starting this game. Yeah, I'm actually going to the inaugural Winnipeg Sea Bears game. I'm excited for that. And that's the thing. There's a lot. When it comes to Winnipeg sports, I have Bomber stuff. I have Jet stuff. I sometime eventually want to have a Moose jersey, but I don't want to buy one of those ones for like $300. Like, no thanks. Like, don't like the Moose that much. Like, at least it would have to be a gorgeous jersey, and I'd have to have spare cash flying around for me to even consider that. And then Zach, whenever he's working Gold Eyes and I'm streaming, he'll put updates of the Gold Eyes game in the chat. Gold Eyes are down 2-0. Who are they playing? Are they still playing the Dock Hounds or whatever the hell those teams are called?
Lake County, yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's a new team.
They won last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get because I want a Winnipeg Ice hat at least. That'd be nice. I don't even need to have a jersey, just a hat. I have a Moose jersey as well. It's funny, I actually do have a Moose jersey. I just have the original Moose jersey, and it's a really really nice one. I have the white and I'm not original, I guess, but the old 1.0 Moose, because you know those normal green home and those normal white away ones I have with just like the moose head, not the one with like Mickey Mouse, but the one with the moose head. I have one of those in white, and it's a Mike Keane one, and it's signed. It's a really, really nice one. I really like the CCM jerseys that they use, and I miss the old Reebok jerseys as well. Those had a great feel to them. The Adidas ones are great. I actually really, really like the Adidas ones. I miss the prices of the Reebok jerseys. Good God, those were so much cheaper. Like, the Colorado Avalanche jersey I had was when they were switching to Adidas for the first time. I bought that jersey for $30. $30! Oh, that stupid thing. I also have a Rick Rippon Moose jersey. Oh, that's nice. I have both green and white. I just have the white. What?
They're chanting star.
Oh, I didn't realize that was something they did.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Not Grippin. What's the name of that the charity that they do with him? Like, is it called
Project 11.
Project 11? Yeah, it's a good cause. Still can't believe Rick Griffin is gone, by the way. Yeah. It's been a few years, but yeah, it's sad. All right, it looks like we're going to be getting started with this game right over here. Loved watching him when he was with the Canucks. Yeah. So, in that for the Stars, Jake Ottinger with a save percentage of .902. I have no idea why it's so blurry. Is that just Sportsnet or? And then Aiden Hill in net for Vegas with a save percentage of .930.
Scored the winner to give the Knights the 1-0 series lead. It was a great game one, Gary, and I think we're going to expect the same here in game two. Well, the one thing Peter DeBoer did say was they were really ready more than we were. We need to raise our level from the drop of the puck. Let's see.
All right. Face off at center into the Dallas zone. Battling in the corner. Puck goes out to the point. Vegas with possession. They shoot on net. Oh my goodness, they almost score. Holy crap, that was quick. And oh, I need to. That's first period. My goodness.
I think they're trying to bank shot again.
Well, they got really damn close there. Oh, my goodness. Go Stars. I agree, go Stars. It's kind of funny because cheering against the Stars was a lot start of this season.
Against the Stars.
Against. Remember? Because the whole thing with and then Morrissey got the overtime goal because they said that it wasn't goalie interference because Josh Morrissey put him in or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then Josh Morrissey got the OT winner, and that was like, I was so happy. Like, I just remember watching. I was at like Kepler's watching the game when that happened, and I remember looking at the stream or whatever, because Zach was streaming that game, and he's like, and he scores, screw you, Dallas, and then he's like flipping the bird. He like jumps over the couch. He's like tearing the flags down. Hello again from Northern Manitoba. Hello there, sir. Thanks for joining the stream. Make sure you guys drop a like if you guys haven't already. Subscribe if you guys are not. I think you guys are, though, but... There we go. By the way, just drop a like. Hell yeah, man. Thanks. Dallas with possession, moving it out of their zone. Over center, they put that puck deep. Chasing after it, battling along the side wall.
It's funny. This year, if for some reason, somehow, Vegas wins the cup,
yeah,
it will be the first time since maybe when Chicago won one year back in the mid-2010s or early 2010s,
yeah,
that goaltending to me has been so irrelevant if they win.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Francois played well when he's in. Hill's played well when he's in. But a lot of times there's a goaltender that's kind of carrying you through who's arguably one of the stars on your roster. And that's what you're seeing with
St. Louis.
But I mean, that's what you're seeing with Bobrovsky right now. Even Ottinger, like, is playing out of his mind for most part.
Yeah.
Like,
Dallas going on the offense. They get it over top. They score! The Dallas Stars get the first goal of the game. And that one just pops over top of Aiden Hill. And Miro Heiskanen gets the first of the game. Yeah, that just pops up and that goes in. First of the game. So this shot gets deflected off of, is that Shea Theodore?
like goes off the hill.
I think that goes off of Theodore's stick there. So Dallas first on the board here. Also, I went to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on my birthday, and it was a good movie. If you don't see it yet, I won't spoil it to you, though. I have not seen it, although I would maybe be curious about seeing that. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I kind of don't give a shit about the Marvel stuff anymore.
Mom and I are going tomorrow.
What'd you say?
Mom and I are going tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I haven't, I'd be curious to seeing that one.
We've already bought our seats.
Oh, there you go. You guys going to the Junction?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have you been there yet or no?
No.
I've heard it's really nice.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't. I just have had friends go there. Like, I think Carter watched the Mario movie there. Here we go. Vegas moving it in with possession. Over top of the circle. Slap shot and a nice save by Jake Ottinger. There we go. So, let's see here. By the way, I said yesterday, thanks for liking my idea of going with Atlanta over Vegas in my 32-team NHL. Fair enough. No problem. Even though I said... that's the thing with Atlanta. As long as you have good management. Atlanta has never had good management. If you get good management, a team in Atlanta works. Like, I mean, like, I'll put it this way. If you had half-decent management, one of those Thrashers teams would have been half-decent. But were they ever half-decent? No, they sucked. But let's see there. Even though I still think Vegas is a success and have nothing against Vegas, I did it because it went with traditional hockey marks only and took only a few risks. Yeah, and I stand by this the sentiment I said that Vegas only worked because the NFL and the MLB was not there first. If the NHL didn't exist and they tried to make a league with 32 teams out of nowhere, it would not work in Vegas right now. Because of the Raiders, it wouldn't. Nobody would care. But because Vegas, the Knights were the first team there, works. Yeah, that was crazy. That was last game, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's Faxa's goal.
Oh, they're giving that to Faxa? Is it hit his stick there?
Yeah.
Dallas going on a good amount of offense here. This is really good because Vegas, the problem that teams have against Vegas is that Vegas is so good right at the very start. They're really good at getting an early lead.
Yeah.
So not only being able to shut that crap down, but then also actually get a lead for yourself is very key. Yeah, man. Vegas winning and drawing their own zone. Battling along the wall. With possession behind. Moving that puck all the way down. Battling behind the Stars. Now, oh, a decent hit there on
Stone.
Mark Stone. Puck goes to the point for Vegas. McNabb with a nice shot on net. Looking for the rebound, but that gets deflected and out of the zone. Also, as much as Zach didn't like the idea of trading Hellebuck to a team like Vegas, I'm okay with it. You want to know why? Because Vegas is an organization that they will overpay for things. You know what I mean?
Well, and they also have stuff. Arguably, they've got stuff that we want.
Exactly. Like, I would I would want who
Not
would
goalies.
you? No, not goalies. Screw hell no. Not like maybe throw like one goalie in there. Like I don't know.
Brossoit comes back.
Bring Brossoit back. I actually wouldn't. I wouldn't hate that. Although I don't think Vegas would do it with the way that Brossoit was playing. Well, maybe if they were gaining Hellebuck actually, but you know. Actually, no. Sorry, that's a stupid thing for me to say. Vegas would be willing to chop off anyone's head to get who they want.
Word that they want to move on from Riley Smith.
I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
I would want a guy
one
like Zach
piece.
Whitecloud.
Yeah.
I think that would be good, especially with the idea of trading away a guy like Neil Pionk.
Yeah.
And actually, especially since we're trading Nate, since we should trade Nate Schmidt, we should. 4-0 Dockhounds, damn it. What are the gold eyes doing? I want to go to a few gold eyes games this season. I want to go to the Abercrombie retirement game. I want to go to that one for sure.
Look at you, making it rain rewards.
Let's see here. I'm getting a few trades for the Sidlink.
So many
There you go.
so many places.
Thank you all for being part of the stream. Make sure you guys drop a like if you guys haven't already. We're at 4 likes so far. We can get that number up a bit. We're at 1479 for subscribers. If we get to 1480, that'd be nice. Just get that number clean. Go Rick Kane. I'm back again. And also, by the way, I changed my profile picture. Any reason why you changed from a Dallas Stars logo to a Minnesota Wild logo? I guess the question I have for that is that Minnesota isn't exactly doing so well in the playoffs right now. Just generally curious. Let's go. Oh, okay, let's go Wild. They're not in the playoffs anymore. Then again, I am a guy with a Jets flag, wearing a Jets hat, screaming a game that doesn't involve the Jets. Because I'm from Minnesota. Fair enough. Oh, is that a North Stars logo? Oh. Oh, I see. Then maybe you hate Dallas. I don't know. Oh, no, that says Dallas. If any of you guys are wrestling fans, make sure you guys tune in. This Saturday, we're going to be streaming WWE Night of Champions, which is going to be an event going on in Saudi Arabia. So it's going to be an early one like this, like a matinee game, honestly, essentially, but for pro wrestling. And then probably a video going out later that day on the first Winnipeg Sea Bears basketball game. I don't hate Dallas, by the way. Well, that's the thing. You never know, because apparently there's a lot of people in Atlanta who hate the Jets because we stole their team, also known as their team was shit and then moved here. Dallas getting back on the offense with possession behind the net. They try to get that in front. A nice shot on net, and that goes wide. Back to the point. Suter puts that in deep. Puck rims around. Dallas trying to get possession, battling out at the point. Vegas gets it out, though. Getting offense here, however, offside. See, when I see all these Bet365 ads and I see the guy who plays Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad on there, I need to watch Breaking Bad sometime. Have you seen Breaking Bad, Dad?
No.
Would you want to watch that sometime?
Possibly.
Just because it's something that Zach doesn't want to watch it. Like, he doesn't want to watch it again. He's watched Breaking Bad so much, and it's not one that he watches with me through. And it's a show that I actually really do want to watch.
Yeah.
Where is everybody again? I don't know. I don't know where everyone is. However, I'm just grateful for whoever shows up. So, thanks for being here. Rashman. Hey, Cart. How are you? How are you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Make sure you guys leave a like if you haven't already. Vegas rims that around the side. In their own zone. Puck behind the net. Dallas putting some decent pressure here. Definitely a better start to this game for Dallas than last game. So, got to imagine that Peter DeBoer was talking about that in the room. And Vegas is going to go through. Vegas on a 2-on-1. And he takes a shot on Ottinger. A nice save by Ottinger. That puck goes up and out of all the way down the ice. A really good chance by Vegas, and Ottinger shuts the door. And then Vegas is going to take an icing here. Oh. I don't need to read lips to know what Mark Stone said. What starts with an F and ends with a UCK and is not the word fire truck? What?
No, Mom was just messaging me about something else.
I thought you were like, you do know that the word fire truck starts with an F and ends with a UCK. Dallas with possession. Slap shot from the point. Deflected and out of play. So, how does CBC do their broadcasting here? Do they use the Sportsnet cameras and then just do their own play-by-play over top?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they don't have their own cameras, and they are using Sportsnet because it has the Sportsnet logo.
Yeah.
Interesting way to do it. Battling along the sidewall in the night zone. That puck gets rimmed around to the point. A nice shot. That gets deflected out of play. Oh my goodness! Almost to the side there. Another good chance by Dallas. Dallas needs to get another one here. Oh, his stick was stuck in the skate. By the way, I should do a ranking of my favorite teams. Minnesota is first. Islanders are interesting choices. That's actually a video that me and Zach have talked about doing for a while. When like channel gets a little stale in the sense of like no Bombers or Jets content to do, where it's like we should do. I want to do a CFL Central video actually on the new CFL Plus service that's come out. Have you heard about this, Dad?
Sorry?
CFL Plus.
Oh.
It's so it's a streaming service that they're releasing, and it's primarily for international audiences.
Because I was going to say, we get to see every game on TV every week.
Yeah. No, but it's primarily for international, and it allows, and it's free. It's a free service, and allows anyone international to watch games on their app for free or whatever. Now, I think however, strange thing is that I think in Canada, I don't think you can in Canada. And I think that's actually because of their deal with TSN. Because I think TSN has the exclusive rights to it. But I think they have other things on there. Like, I think you're able to watch it if you... Probably just if you use a VPN, to be honest. But I like that idea. As, like, because the thing is that the CFL is smart enough to know that they don't have any have very many international fans at all. So if they want to gain anything, don't make them pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just let them watch. They'll buy merch, whatever it is. Delayed penalty going to the Dallas Stars here. Vegas battling with possession. Oh, are they going to get two here? We might be having two penalties here, as it looks like Dallas might get a tripping minor as well. Oh, we'll have to see here. So Vegas is going to have either a 5-on-4 and a 5-on-3 power play. Let's see. They're going to go 5-on-3 as Dallas takes two penalties here. They take an interference call, and then on the delayed penalty, while Vegas still has possession, they get a tripping minor behind the net. So an excellent opportunity for Vegas here. And so there's an interference here on Jack Eichel. Although I'm not going to lie, that's a little weak. The tripping makes sense. It is a penalty. The interference is a little weak, though. That's the only thing I will say. Islanders are second, Dallas is third, Nashville is fourth, St. Louis is fifth, San Jose sixth, Chicago seventh. How can you have Chicago so high? I don't get that. With everything that's been going on with them. Tampa is eighth, Edmonton is ninth, Pittsburgh is 10th, Washington is 11th, Vancouver 12, Colorado 13, Detroit 14, LA 15. Where's the Jets? What's up, Carter? How are you doing there, Sir Scotty? I'm doing splendid today. Two-man advantage here for the Knights. Up to the top, Vegas with possession at the point. Onto the side wall. Dallas doing what they can here. That gets deflected, and they score! The Vegas Golden Knights. Mark Stone with the first of this power play. They go for the cross crease pass. However, it gets deflected off the skate before it gets there. And Ottinger pushes all the way across to get this. And Vegas ties the game right here. Winnipeg 16. Yeah, so Stevenson goes for the cross crease, hits the skate of the defenseman, and Mark Stone gets it. And it's still a power play for the Knights. 1-1 game. This was, yeah, Vegas was going to get at least one. A lucky bounce by the Knights that they then take advantage of, though. Makes this game tied at 1. Dallas with possession in their own zone. They're going to chip that all the way down the ice. 45 seconds left in the power play. Aiden Hill stops out behind the net for his defenseman. Chandler Stevenson. Not Stevenson. Shea Theodore. I'm stupid. Shea Theodore moving through. But that gets deflected back out to the neutral zone. Dallas dropping that off again, though. Dallas not looking to give up a second goal in this power play. William Karlsson moving that back for Alex Pietrangelo. Back to Karlsson. Karlsson moves that to Pietrangelo, but that puck goes a little bit out. 10 seconds left in the power play. Vegas moving it in. Over to Karlsson. Karlsson moving out around the back. Vegas with the puck at the point. Power play expiring right now. Vegas with possession in the offensive zone. On the side, they put that in front, but he can't score on Ottinger. Battling in the corner once again. Vegas still with possession. Dallas finally getting it. Looking to get that out and get themselves a change. Suter moving that in. Onto the sidewall, looking for a guy driving the net, but he can't get the stick on it. Gets put deep. Dallas trying to get possession in the offensive zone. Pietrangelo moves that up for Vegas. Through the neutral zone. Oh, that's a big hit. A nice hit by Kolesar. Not a hit from behind this time. What do you know? Dallas getting this out of their own zone. 7:40 left in the first period. Shots are 6-4 for the Stars. Puck goes in deep for the Knights. Moving that in. Dallas with possession in their own zone. Puts that up. Tries to get it through center. That pass gets blocked, though. And Vegas with possession. Regrouping in their own zone. Through the neutral zone. Through center into the offensive zone. Dallas then gets possession in their own. Stars try to move that out, but Vegas takes possession. Mark Stone slides that for his defenseman on the offense there. Tries to go back to the point, but he gives it up. Dallas going in the offense, and we're going to have a slashing penalty here going to the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm not going to lie. That's a little bit of a weak slashing. However, the interference penalty was pretty weak before, so fair enough there. Dallas with a beautiful touch, and that puck is loose. But Aiden Hill shuts the door. Dallas still with possession on the delayed penalty here. Vegas starting to scramble. Dallas with it with the empty net. They have the puck at the point. The Heiskanen back to the other defenseman onto the side wall. Tries to go to Rupe Hintz. However, Vegas finally touches it here. Ending this. And we got a bit of shoving here between Mark Stone and can't tell exactly who that is on Dallas. Yeah, so we're getting a slashing penalty here, as far as I saw. And Quiet Riot is playing in the building. Or not Quiet Riot, Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Not Quiet Riot. Silly me. And then this is going to be the slash right here, Dad. A little bit of a weak slash, but it was on the hands, I guess, so.
You deserve a vacation. Reward yourself with the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card and Scene Plus.
Isn't it nice when your coffee comes with a cookie on the side? How did they know you'd like something more? What about streaming a podcast or watching an episode instead of downloading ahead? Nice to have, right? When something's nice to have, well, people should have it. That's why you can get Rogers 5G mobile plans now as low as $55 a month and count on more value to come because we're with you all the way. We have a responsibility to be lighter on the earth. That's why all Canada.
How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling?
Carbon neutral. We're delivering more for the greener good.
This is the truck that helps you get far from home. The truck J.D. Power awarded #1 in driver appeal 3 years in a row. The truck of a rising generation. This is the truck that carries you in comfort. The one truck owners rely on.
What was that, sir?
What do you think about that?
What do I think about this?
Get this off MSRP on $1,500 for up to $9,800 in discounts. Plus, get 4.99% financing for.
There's one thing I really like about this that the other one doesn't have. There's a backing to the
Yeah.
Is this on like Amazon or like is this something I can see in person first or no?
No, it's they're online places.
Yeah, and I like the smaller cut. That is nice, yeah. Hey Carter, hey Bruin, how are you? It looks like Chandler Stevenson's going to get the penalty here. As we have a 2-minute power play here for the Stars. Vegas win possession in their own zone. They put that all the way around. It goes down the ice. Heiskanen with possession. Behind the net. Moving this puck up. I'm doing good. You? I'm doing great too. I'll check that in a second if that's okay. Yep. Heiskanen with possession at the point. Dallas with it. Moving along the side, back to Heiskanen. Looking for a shot. Nice deflection, but they can't get that in. Vegas gaining possession in their own zone. And this is going to go all the way down the ice. This is the one she was showing before. I don't mind this one. I prefer the other one because the other one has a backing. And Vegas puts that all the way down.
Oh, and then this one.
Is there a light in there?
I don't think it's a light. I think it's a hole in the back to pass wiring through.
But it like lights up.
Oh.
It's different colors in each photo. And it says 20 colors or what? I actually kind of like this one a lot too. I like this.
Yeah, Mom's just like spamming me with.
That's fair.
Different ones.
Dallas with possession, moving this up. That would just be one where I'd want to check the dimensions, make sure it's big enough. I'm sure it probably is. Because as much as mine's a big one, I imagine they probably designed this to be big, to fit those.
Yeah.
And Vegas has a successful kill here. Dallas battling in the neutral zone. They put that puck in deep. Vegas picking that up in their own zone. That puck goes behind the Knights' net. Go Stars, go. I agree. Go Stars, go. You know what would almost be nice for these jerseys or whatever? Is if there was a way we could actually hang them up. Because I wouldn't trust Zach to fold them, but hanging them, that's something he might actually do. Like, I've almost wondered if we could even just put, like, a few nails in and hang jerseys. Idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see this here. Vegas pressuring in the Star zone. Oh, and a big hit behind the net by the Knights. Dallas moving this out through the neutral zone. Stars going on the offense, driving wide. Puts that puck towards the net, but that passes through. Stars with possession, moving into the offensive zone. Jamie Benn on the sidewall, loading up for a slap shot. Nice shot, but that's going to get deflected wide. Knights moving this out. Smith with possession, putting that puck into the corner. Knights still with it, under 2 minutes left in this first period. On the sidewall, puts out in front, but he can't score. As he fans on the shot. Knights with possession, back to the point. Zach Whitecloud with a nice shot. And that gets stopped by Jake Ottinger. Hey, just noticed you're wearing a hat. You look completely different with one on. Yes, oh yeah, it kind of keeps my hair kind of nice and tidy behind. That's kind of one thing I like about wearing hats. Who do you think is going to win and in how many games? I want Dallas to win, but I think Knights are going to win in 6. That's kind of my prediction in terms of who I think. Although I hope Dallas wins.
Reward yourself with the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card and Scene Plus.
So are those metal things built into it? Those dividers?
I'm assuming so.
We're evolving the ways we move so that every Canadian has a choice towards a more sustainable future. One that includes the all-new, all-electric Toyota VZ4X. Because every electrified vehicle we build at Toyota brings us all
This one's nice too.
to a better future.
Are you like saving these or whatever, or is there a way?
They're all on my phone.
Okay.
Mom just keeps sending.
So when I get to a point where I want to decide which one of those I like, I can pick one.
To remember everyone's order in his head. You couldn't even watch golf in the yard. And imagine getting your allowance in coins.
Imagine what it would be like when yours was 8. Did somebody say? Send us a potluck. It's a potluck. It's an invite. Potluck. Score the lowest fees with Skip. Download the app and see for yourself why Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book.
Take a look at the highs and lows of the British royal family and the real crown inside the House of Windsor.
Oh, and what's his name?
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg at the Knights game.
Here in Vegas this afternoon. Well, we know he's in bed around 6 o'clock at night, right? 6, 7, because he's up so early to work out. This is an afternoon game, so it's right in his wheelhouse. This works for him. Yeah, it does. It's good.
Vegas with possession, neutral zone. Going into the last minute of play of the first period. Moving that up the side. Dallas intercepts. Dallas with possession going on the offense here. Onto the side. Nice shot onto Hill, and Hill kind of fumbles a little bit with that.
We're finally starting to see
Wahlberg, yes, Mark Wahlberg. That's what that was.
which we think, and everyone at least by watching it, could be a very long series. And attrition is still part of winning the Stanley Cup. You have to have the ability to keep banging and banging and banging your opponents. As we see,
What do you think about the whole Kyle Dubas situation?
Goaltender's kitchen being a little harder in those tough areas, and we're seeing that more here in game 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're doing great, unlike the Gold Eyes. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. 7-1 Dockhounds. Oh, boy, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know. With the Dubas thing, you know, what he said on Monday, if he meant what he said, and I'd like to...
Are you talking about Dubas or are you talking about
Dubas.
Shanahan? And what was it that he said on Monday?
He just didn't know if he wanted to just take time away or if he wanted to manage the Leafs anymore.
And that's the end of the first period.
He
Sorry.
said that basically his time, especially this last year, took a certain amount of toll on his family.
What?
And he wasn't sure if he was up for it, which might have been a very honest answer, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's how he felt. If he was using it as a negotiating ploy, it was a huge mistake. But if he was using it because he sincerely felt like that, then that's okay. I think the idea of the Leafs moving on from him because he felt that way, that's okay too. Because I imagine that this is a job that's extremely hard, especially in Toronto.
Yeah.
And if you got a guy who's really like, I'm not sure if I want to do it, probably not the guy anymore.
That's true.
And I don't think that's a knock on him necessarily in terms of what he's done as a general manager there. I think it's just a situation where you need somebody who's all in and not ready to.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because like with Toronto, I mean, what more was Dubas supposed to do? He built a team that absolutely should have been able to perform better than they have. You know what I mean? I also hear about that apparently Shanahan had gotten in the way a bit and blocked a few trades that Dubas wanted to do.
Yeah.
I would be curious to know what those deals actually were. Because it's really tough to judge if we don't know what the deal was. Because then it's like, okay, was Dubas going to make this big move that actually made sense to... or was he just throwing away all futures? Like,
Yeah.
what was the move?
The unfortunate thing is, he's got a roster that's a really strong roster, but the deal that's killing him was his big deal.
Tavares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In retrospect, that deal has aged horribly, and I know why. Like, so don't get me wrong, somebody was going to sign him for $10 million a year when he became.
Well, actually, he had gotten offered, I think, as much as $13 million.
Yeah.
And do you know who made the $13 million offer?
Probably the Islanders. No.
Islanders offered 11.
Vegas?
Was Vegas even around? I can't even remember where the hell this deal was. It was San Jose. Had offered that.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, like that deal has aged poorly. That deal combined with the other things that they needed to do
Like signing Marner, signing Matthews.
has really handcuffed them.
Everything I will ever need to bet in play.
Like they would be better off having a player
Every year.
making half of that. Like they probably have three quality player contracts tied up in that deal. You could have somebody at like 6 million and a couple of people at 3, and you are a much better roster than you are with him at 11.
Is he making 11?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a nice Sunday.
That's
and a
not
nice
good.
middle of the long
Like,
weekend. So in the Bet365, what is next?
so that's the thing. If you're Toronto, where do you trade a guy like John Tavares? What team would even want him?
That's a stone goal.
Nobody wants him for that money.
Congratulations, Kevin. You called it.
Like, I'm worried. Like,
I think he's almost untradeable.
you think he's a cap dump. Like, you think that if you move him, you get almost nothing.
I think if you move him, you are agreeing to take a lot less, and you're also continuing to pay a bunch of his salary.
Depending who you trade him to. Theoretically, if you trade him to a team like Arizona.
Yeah,
although that might be on his no trade list, because does he have a no move clause?
Yep.
Of course he does.
And that's why, in reality, that's why there's some level of likelihood that Marner is gone before July 1st.
Because they can't trade Tavares.
Can't trade Tavares, and they can trade him up until July 1st. After July 1st, he's got a modified no movement clause.
Marner?
Uh-huh.
I'm sleeping the same tonight either way. If Heiskanen gets it or George's TV. George Clooney. Give it to George's TV.
So, like I said,
oh, Zach.
He could be like a PK Subban, where like they traded him from Montreal to Nashville. Basically, just before his no movement kicked in.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how like teams really how it just happens that a lot of teams really want to trade away the players that have the no move clause. The players that don't want to leave are the ones they want gone. Winnipeg's like that too with Scheifele. One of the players we want gone is the one that wants to be here.
He'd go for the right situation. Again, he's only a year away of UFA, so he's either going to want to re-up or he wants to wait to potentially move on. So
yeah,
I don't think he's unmovable.
No, he's not unmovable.
The one that's the most unmovable on the Jets is Wheeler.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy though I never want us to get rid of, and I want him to retire as a Jet at all costs. Adam Lowry. I want Lowry until he retires.
Yeah. I saw on Instagram there was some source that was talking about potentially St. Louis targeting Kyle Connor.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's like one of the guys we should not get rid of. Don't like that idea.
I don't like I think they're both 50-50s, and I don't like them in the playoffs at all.
I'm a little.
Thing is, if we trade Connor, realistically, we're probably keeping Scheifele, and I don't like that.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't like Connor as a playoff player.
That's true. Although it's just, I don't know about Connor. Because that's the thing, there's some guys I feel like we have to get rid of, and I think before you even start thinking about a guy like Kyle Connor, you look at those other guys first.
Oh yeah, well they got to figure out the other guys.
Wouldn't have made a difference, though.
Like, who the hell does St. Louis have to give us?
Who?
Who do we want?
But there's no alternative. Even the first one, I feel like
there's lots of guys.
3 players going to the net with 2
Parayko,
options, so they had to make the
Kyrou, Thomas.
The second was so clear.
But it's like, we're not doing anything one for one.
No.
There's nothing worth a one for one.
Shen.
I don't mind a Pareko.
Shen's a dick, but he's built for playoffs.
Like when you say a dick, you don't mean like a Mark Scheifele dick. You mean like
No,
you mean like a Chris Pronger, like
Yeah.
like okay, because I'm like because. Like that word, like two different meanings. You know what I mean? Because you can have like the dick in the sense of that they're just annoying, and they're just like just a pest to play against, which is the kind that you want. And then there's ones where it's like a locker room problem. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't mind the idea of Shen.
Yeah, now he's up there in age, so I mean you're gonna want some youth back too. So
Like who do they have youth wise?
Robert Thomas, Jordan Cairo.
Jordan Kyrie's not bad. I heard the idea of someone saying trading Hellebuck to Detroit, and I'm against the idea of trading with the Red Wings at all. Because I know Steve Eisenman too well, and he wins most of the deals he makes. I don't trade with Steve Eisenman.
And then being smart, and it's very much when to use the speed to your advantage. Just stop going 100 miles an hour at all times. So some great examples of smart skating by Vegas.
Okay, other than taking 2 bad penalties, I thought it was a very good period by Dallas.
Oh yeah, they've got young Jake Neighbors.
Details they had in their own zone, and you're going to see McNabb. He's going through the slot. He's finding Stevenson, but there's Johnson and Ben taking away that scoring
Jacob
chance.
Brana
That's a very good play now.
on another chance steal.
Along the boards, this is a great play because he knows he's going to get hit by Whitecloud.
Yeah, well, I'm not crazy about Jake Brana.
Out of the zone, and then finally
But
Johnson
Jake
again
Neighbors, I think,
boards,
has a lot of
not
upside.
panicking, holding on to the puck.
Thing is that I don't.
So I thought overall it was a good period by Dallas.
Did you see Wings playing that 2-on-1 with Stone?
Like, because if you're the Jets, who do you want in return for Hellebuck from like Lucas Raymond?
To a lefty, it was Stone to a lefty, so that's like prime passing, and he went
But
down.
does
and
Detroit
took the
even
ball
do that?
across the way, but his angle of his body went that if it hit him, it would
Yeah, I don't know.
And then the goalie got the puck, and then the goalie would blame.
What about
So he
Husso?
dove when he landed on the other side of the box.
Well, you got to somehow acquire a goaltender somewhere in your deals.
So would you say Husso would be decent?
That's all we have goalies, right? Tons of energy.
Be an option.
And
Jets might have to consider going down the road into a 1A 1B situation.
Oh no, I think they will. I think they'll have to if they trade Hellebuck. You know what I have a concerning feeling though. I have the strange feeling that we're gonna trade him to Buffalo, and we're not gonna get Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in the back. We're gonna get Eric Comrie. That's what the Jets are gonna do. Jets gonna trade for Eric Comrie.
I want Devin Levi.
What?
I want Devin Levi.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Would Buffalo do that though? I don't know.
Or if there's a deal with St. Louis, young Joel Hofer. Manitoba's Joel Hofer.
Yeah, there we go.
He's ready to be a 1B probably, but I think he's potentially a goalie of the future.
Nowhere is out there. Your journey starts in the next generation GMC Canyon AT4X, the most advanced off-road midsize truck, because the hardest places to get to are the only places worth going. Introducing the next generation GMC Canyon, the official vehicle of nowhere. When it feels like all that's left is work hard, it's time to play again. Easily find your next favorite game with Bodog.net. Free casino games, poker tips, and sports odds. Make a play. Celebrate things done well.
I'm Gavin Crawford, and this is a story about me and my mom and Alzheimer's. This is probably going to be a sad story, but there's jokes to be had, and you kind of need to have them. How about in the bathroom, it's like an oompa loompa, like a circle, an orange circle?
If we don't have a sense of humor for when life is great. We have it for when life is terrible.
As my mom would say, let's not be kidding. Get early access to episodes on CBC Listen.
Welcome back. Time for the in-game tracker presented by Bet365. Pointing to tomorrow night in Sunrise, Panthers are up 2-0 in the series.
Oh my goodness. Panthers doing well.
In the playoffs that ties the record with Corey Perry, the Rocket, and Mel Hill. Here's some reaction. Nick Cousins, Paul Maurice.
And it seems like every time we need a big play, he steps up. All the credit goes to him. He's a big game player. Seems like anytime we need a hit, a big play, a goal, seems like he comes up big. So we're lucky to have him.
We've been doing it for so long now. You do get to a comfort level on the bench. It just feels the same. That might be it. He's all of these games, and yes, the pressure amps up because it's the playoffs. You feel the benches. It's 10 periods. Oh, shoot, I'm 5-5. Well, I guess my thought is don't change your grip. Maybe you got to fade. Play the fade. Don't change your grip. That's where I'm at with it. It's one of the pioneers' preference from the. Oh yeah.
That's so cool. By the way, Corey Connors, last I checked, 4 back of Brooks Koepka. Bet365 in-game tracker is presented by Bet365. Check out the Bet365 app. The latest odds. There's a look inside the visitors' dressing room at the Fortress. We'll get you back to John, Gary, and Scott. Hockey Night.
Should be starting the second period somewhat soon.
Stories that are close to all. Explore the connections. New ideas with a twist. This week in Canada, CBC News Explore. Available free.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
We have a responsibility to be lighter on the earth. That's why all Canada Post ground services are now carbon neutral. We're delivering more for the greener bed.
Audible lets you live the game you love.
For nearly his entire hockey life, every Sidney Crosby played
In ways you can only imagine.
You can bet he felt this.
Get carried away in all things hockey. Audiobooks, podcasts, and originals for every type of fan. There's more to imagine with Audible.
How do you go from the best to the ultimate without drinking the bank? Do you choose the big, bold, ultimate taste of ultimate chicken sausages and hot dogs? Choose ultimate taste and value only from Maple Lodge Farms.
It's a scary time for us because we don't know what's going to happen. We are so frustrated at not being heard what Fiona has done to Atlantic Canada. Talking just over from Canada. This is the National.
Everything I've told him. That sense that everything's going to be planned. More in-depth conversations.
Let's ask a few more questions.
All new Buick Compound. Weekdays at 10 on CBC Radio 1. Introducing the new, yo, what is that drink? I just had to stop at McD's drink. And then let me try that drink. New Fruit Splash beverages, now at McD's. How refreshing.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details, so he's always confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Cale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas, we're at T-Mobile Arena with the Stars and Golden Knights exchange first period goals, and they're on even terms heading for period 2 of game 2. Knights have not made a big deal about it, but seems they come with the playoff slogan. It's back to game 1 of round 2, and Bruce Cassidy felt the Oilers were targeting Mark Stone.
Those top guys have to play through it. It hurts to win, and in this case, that's what he's going to have to deal with.
So it hurts to win. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. The Knights all do. Thanks to Stone playing anything. So getting waxed to his back. 2 surgeries on it in 9 months. So Stone knows how much it hurts to win. Harry.
It's the John Cougar Mellencamp song. Hurts so good. No physicality in this first period. 27 hits combined. They only had 45 in the whole fourth. Second period. Team changed that. These teams are starting to really lower the nobody skating around out here. Sort somewhere. And if you just keep banging on them, especially the guys who play a lot of minutes, guys like Petrangelo, guys like Heiskanen, you can never turn away from them. It's so like you saw this start. The face-offs are good. 161% of the play. Started 2 hits.
All right, second period starting here. Vegas will win 3-1. Wouldn't be exactly that surprised.
Peter DeBoer said he's expecting a response, and this team has done really well responding. But there's also matchups, and we all know the Carlson hits matchup, and coaches have talked about it. Bruce Cassidy said, hey, if we can play that neutral on another 3 lines to get the job done, I'm happy with that. Game 1, 2-2. They each scored 2 goals. That's neutral. But where it's getting into trouble is the goal matchup. That's -3. And they don't have the last here.
Ooh, boy.
Jay Cottinger with an excellent pad save, stretching up the right leg. There is definitely to get to.
Oh, good finish.
Out driving hard to the net, puts it there. Miller just wipes him out into the end wall. And then there's a loose play right there. Lindell falls down and Hound's all alone. The guy who struck in overtime, his first overtime goal, almost gave the Vegas Golden Knights the lead.
Quiet day on the stream. Damn afternoon games. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where like I don't know. That's why that's why the streams are the best when we have a ton of people, because then we get a lot of comments. Then I can kind of there's a back and forth. That's why I really like it when you guys actually comment, because then it like gives me something to talk about. I can talk to you guys, you know. I'm not exactly the same as Zach, where I can just talk to thin air, and Zach's great at that, where there'll be no one in the room, no one on the stream, except for 1 or 2 people, and he'll just be talking, and it works great for him. I can't quite do that the way that Zach can.
This morning, and I was reading some of the press clips and some of the biggest players, and probably Dallas too. When that game went into overtime, everybody was watching the overtime game that almost went to the 5th one, and with Carolina, Florida. So these guys were all kind of caught up in how long that one went, and they were down in Red Bulls and stuff like that. Then it was over in a minute and 31 seconds. Some of the guys were saying we were up till 3 in the morning after we downed those Red Bulls. We didn't need them.
I'm here. Well, glad to know you're still here. Knights moving, or Stars moving it through. Night zone. Eichel picking that up on the sidewall. That gets flipped back into his own zone. Let's see here. Pretty tight checking game. Vegas really limiting Dallas's chances. Yeah, no, they have. Dallas had a really good start to this game. Better than I expected.
Who do you think really needs to step up for both teams here?
Who do I think needs to step up? I want to see a Joe Pavelski. I need to see more of Jason Robertson, to be honest. Like I'm not gonna lie, Jason Robertson's kind of went a little under the radar compared to guys like Rupe Hintz and Joe Pavelski. Like, what's going on with Robertson here? All we could hear about was Jason Robertson all season. Where is he right now? From Vegas, I'd like to hope a little bit more from a guy like Chandler Stevenson. He's done well. But like,
I think Robertson's a bit of a. He's not tough in the playoffs.
But then change that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think the problem is between his ears, though. Although they have been putting him with Jaden Ben to help give him a little bit of physical support.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true.
That guy's pretty underrated.
Who?
Stevenson.
Yeah, no, Stevenson. That's why I said I want to see just a little bit more from Stevenson, simply because like he's really stepped up. I find it so interesting every time they add another team to the league. As much as I know a lot of people think it waters down the talent a little, maybe slightly, but the thing I also find is that it actually makes other guys better. And what I mean by that is when guys that, like Stevenson, like, he's kind of newer to being a second line player. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
He's playing, although he's playing number one center minutes.
But that's not what I said. I said he's kind of newer to be playing like second line. You know what I mean? And to be getting those kind of minutes. And what I'm saying is that it wasn't like they always saw him as that second line center or whatever. It's that he was put in a position to see how well he'd do, and he just got a lot better by getting that ice time.
Yeah.
And so I find that as more teams come in, and as some guys that wouldn't be expected to become key players become key players, when you're giving these players better opportunities, they're doing better at actually growing their game because of it.
Yeah.
Great example of that was the New York Islanders right after John Tavares left. It was a big vacuum of who's going to start performing because Tavares isn't here. And the team got a lot better, actually. I know Robertson has disappeared. Robertson has to wake up to give Dallas a chance. He may be one of those players that just gets shut down too easily during the playoffs. I mean, that's what's happened so far, so I wouldn't be...
He's not tough enough.
He's
in
he's
Kyle
not
Connor.
That's the concern with Kyle Connor. "13 minutes left in the second. Shots are 13-7 for Dallas. Still a 1-1 game. Stars moving it through. Dallas getting around, driving to the net, and a nice chance there. I'll put it this way. You think a guy like Jason Robertson drives the net there, or you think he goes behind the net?
He's going behind the net.
He's going behind the net. Exactly.
When it feels like all that's left is work hard, it's time to play again. Easily find your next favorite game with Bodog.net. Free casino games, poker tips, and sports odds. Make a play.
Hi, I'm Jerry Gordon. This is my son Rod. 45 years ago, I was a mechanic hoping to sell some Mazdas, but today, we're one of Canada's longest-running Mazda dealers.
Times change, but our values remain. You know, people want service they can trust. They want their time respected. They want to buy a vehicle, not be sold one. That's what we offer at Jerry Gordon Mazda.
Life is full of hard decisions. Choosing a dealership shouldn't be one of them. Hey guys, you're on TV.
See here. Thank you all for joining the stream. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Let's see, what's our like count at? We're at 11 likes. Let's get that to 15. We can get that to 15. Still 1479 in the subscriber count. That is a big area between the benches. Is that just me, or is that, like, huge?
Yeah.
You know what? We had the worst fight in the history of the National Hockey League. When we weren't teammates, we had this awful fight, and we were sitting in the penalty box. The referee skated over. He said, "I can't even give you 5 minutes. Just give you."
Let's see here.
He can get angry fast. And, you know, he's known for the donut. The donut.
Oh, I see.
He gave me a wax donut one time. I didn't know. And I was eating the donut. And I thought it was kind of chewy. So it got around the league. I'd be taking a face off, and someone would say to me, "Hey, how's the donut?" I was like, "Perfect." When you walk into a room where there's
I need to check something.
donut left, never take the donut. There's got to be something wrong with it. I learned that lesson. Taking a toss from the draw. Domi will come in to take it. Michael won it, got it back for one time. games are so tight. You know, to get up the ice, the north-south game that both these teams like to play, and both defense are doing a great job of gapping. So these passes are getting jammed up. We're seeing some icings because you got to pull them hard. And face-offs come into play here. And I'll tell you, Dallas at 71% in the first period, as you mentioned earlier. That's a big plus if you're getting a lot of draws in the offensive zone.
Vegas on the offense for Barbashev. Puts on it back in front and a nice chance, but they can't get it. And we're going to get a penalty for the Dallas Stars. 2 minutes for tripping.
And this is all about the second period line change. We know the second period is dangerous because it's a longer change, and the Dallas defense
Oh, it's Marchessault.
Oh, Marchessault is going to get it.
Yeah.
Thought Marchessault drew a penalty, which wouldn't surprise me.
back on the power play. A power play that was extremely beneficial for this club for a lot of the playoffs, and it's kind of disappeared.
Dallas Stars with possession. Offensive zone on the power play. Oh, if only he was able. Then Pavelski got decked.
As long as he's okay.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine.
No, but he's had some head injury stuff, right?
Yeah, but it looked like he landed. Like, it didn't look like he hit his head on the ice. It looked like he just landed flat on his back.
Yeah.
Dallas moving it through the neutral zone. Put the puck in.
Up and he's up in it, trying to get the play up ice.
Dallas putting that back to the point. So you're putting that across and our chance. They score! Jason Robertson decides to show up on the power play. Jason Robertson, a much-needed goal for him on the power play to put Dallas up 2-1. I can't play the Pantera though, that would get copyrighted. They have a few of the effects for some of the teams, although I don't really use them. Like with the Jets, there's the flyover, but I just use that horn instead, just because I can't have multiple effects at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a growl for the Panthers. Well, for the Predators, the Knights go down. They almost score there with a good chance, and we're going through the 10-minute mark, halfway through this game now. Yeah, and then there's they have the Ric Flair woo sound effect for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Woo! But also, so it turns out a lot of teams use it. He listened to you, Tim. Yeah, he listened to all of us. We were all saying that Robertson's got to show up. Vegas with a good chance there.
After a crap turnover.
After, yes, a terrible turnover by Dallas. Oh my God, Dallas going all the way down. Some chances around Aiden Hill. Stars still with possession in the corner. Vegas pressuring. They get that out. Heiskanen puts that on for his forward. Dallas trying to keep possession. That puck gets intercepted. Vegas now going on the offense. A nice hit on the side there on Jonathan Marchessault by Miro Heiskanen. And then Stone goes after Heiskanen. He gets a little bit of a reverse hit there. Jamie Benn misses the pass there for... Who's that there?
Picked it up. Martinez is the one who picked it up.
No, I'm
Yes, I think it was
53
going
for
to
Dallas. Who's
Wyatt
50?
Johnson.
50... What?
Wyatt Johnson.
Wyatt Johnson. I actually... You know what I really should do before these games? I should have like a roster sheet with the numbers.
There you go.
That's something I really... It'd be beneficial for me to do. Because there's like some numbers I recognize because I know like 20 is Suter. I know that like 20... Is it 24 is Rippe Hintz?
Yeah.
I knew that... Is it 16 is Pavelski?
Yep.
4 is Heiskanen. And then for Vegas, I know 71's Carlson. And he also Carlson, you can kind of just tell. 7's Petrangelo, 9's Eichel, 61's Stone. They just not playing Kessel. Like,
Well, he might not even need rest.
no, like is Vegas just not ever gonna play him again? Like,
I don't know.
Goldeyes lose 7-4. Well, actually, at least the Goldeyes made that game somewhat competitive. I will say. I was worried they were gonna lose by a lot more based off what you were saying, Zach.
Yeah, Burgers is might be on his way out.
Who?
Burgers. Castle.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
That's what he had. He had the hot dogs in the Stanley Cup. It wasn't burgers.
Burgers.
It's funny. You can actually, if you get the full version of this app, you can actually set up the goal songs, but all the songs that are used in the AHL have copyright on them. Also known as can't use them on the stream, so there's no damn point. I thought the Jets one, like the Gonna Celebrate, wasn't copywritten. So but then what I did was I screen recorded a thing of it, and then I posted it as a private video, and YouTube said it was copywritten, so I'm like, oh, great, can't use that on stream.
Yeah.
We can just have, just use
hot
Zach.
dogs at UFA at the end.
What'd you say?
Hot dogs at UFA at the end.
Hot dogs at UFA at the end? We can just have, we'll have Zach on screen. Gonna celebrate. Ooh. We'll have Zach do it. That's what we'll do instead. Pavelski needs another multi-goal game. Dallas just needs to win. That's all Dallas needs right now. If Dallas wins this game, that's not too bad. 1-1 split in Vegas. However, getting the 1-1 split in Vegas doesn't necessarily mean shit, as we've learned.
Is that Zach's drink?
Yes. You want it?
No. I'll put it back in the fridge.
Fair enough. It's not mine, I know that.
Thank you for choosing Plan B.
If you could go back, change things. You do.
Mike Ross. The Dallas Stars have retaken the lead on a power play goal. Suter to Dadonov and top of the cap.
I said I was going to put it in the fridge.
This one, Bolsard and Perrier. He just didn't take it a little farther, another foot or two. He would have had the whole thing. 18.8 shots a game. Led the National Hockey League during the regular season. Around 18. Stuck Martinez. He had to cut it out because they didn't get out of their end where he could get a change for at least a good 30, 40 seconds.
Hintz too, yeah. Yeah, Hintz be nice for him. Or is it 20? No, it's not 22. It's just 22 is what I have. And then, I'm trying to remember here. Well, what number is Colasar? Is he in the 50s?
55.
55, that's what it was. I knew he was in the 50s. The Hurricanes played Antti Raanta the other day.
Yeah, I saw the highlight.
I don't think that's why they lost, though. I actually think... Because I think they were trying to rest Freddie Anderson from that first game still. I foresee a Vegas-Florida final. That's a pretty fair Pretty fair guesses. I mean, Carolina's in a tough spot right now. Carolina pretty much needs to win at least the next two. Game is 2-1 for the Dallas Stars. Shots are 15-9, also in favor of the Stars, and we got 6.5 minutes left. Knights moving it up. Onto the sidewall. Moving towards the middle of the shot on net, but there's no rebound that can get put on. Knights don't quite get that. Stars put that one in. Eichel puts that one around. What do you think about the idea of the Jets going to the Heritage stuff full time?
I like the Heritage jersey, so it's not the worst thing. I'd be a little surprised because it really does sort of abandon the whole 2.0 concept. Like logos and colors and everything. Like it's.
See, I'm okay with that though. Not that I don't like the Jets. Like I'm okay with it simply because like I love the Heritage stuff, and I don't see it the same way that I see the Kachina stuff. So with the Kachina was nice because it was a third, because it was an alternate, and it kind of wore off. When they made it the home stuff, I don't think the Heritage stuff would warm off because it's something where the Kachina was not nice. Oh my goodness. Who is that there? 28?
Carrier.
Carrier almost went like smack dab right into the post there. Dallas and Florida Cup final. I will vomit if Vegas and Florida become the final. I think it'll happen at this rate. I don't see, that's the thing. I don't care who comes out of the East. Just anyone but Vegas. I want Dallas in the Cup final. That's my only condition. Past that, couldn't care. Actually, funny thing is, I would, in terms of the two teams I'd want to win the Cup, would be the two teams in the East.
Yeah.
There we go. Dallas going down. What do you think the idea? What do you think of the idea of the NHL ever going to the 24-team playoff? Go 24.
That's on tight because that's.
Yeah, it is on tight. 24
Can
team.
you take the air out of it before you throw it in?
Yeah, 24-team playoff. And then the 8 teams that don't make it would be the 8 teams in the draft lottery.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? The top four teams in the conference on each conference get a bye. Although I wouldn't do a best of 5 for the first round. I go best of 7 the whole thing.
Yeah, I think the hard part is though they're running out of time.
What do you mean?
Well, because they're going to be playing into June already in a 16-team playoff. They're still going into June, and then they got to get to the draft and free agency by basically beginning of July. So just running out of time to have more series play.
Unless you don't go 7, you can go best of 5. I think anyone would be okay with that too.
With audiobooks, podcasts,
Yeah.
and originals for every type of fan. There's more to imagine with Audible.
I don't know. I thought I didn't like the idea of that, but I don't mind it now because there's 32 teams in the league, so the fact that half the teams don't make the playoffs.
I don't mind it if the NHL ends up expanding.
Well, that's the thing. The NHL, I think that's their plans eventually.
Yeah.
I think the grandiose goal they have is this 40-team league.
This is the freedom to bank with us anytime.
Yeah. Heard Hartford wants the team again.
Yeah. I brought up the idea if Quebec gets a team that possibly the government goes to buy the team and then look to eventually sell to an owner. Like having a publicly funded team?
If it was going to be publicly funded, it would. You're talking provincial government? Yeah.
Some people go a bit crazy for that, but I mean, like, you can have publicly funded teams do really, really well as a publicly funded team.
You can, and
See,
Quebec is probably the place that would do it.
Yeah.
I think it would be suicide politically to do it in most other provinces, but
yes. The thing is, for me, I don't. A lot of people think a team in Saskatchewan would work. I don't know if it would.
No.
Do you want to know why? Because people are like, well, look at the Rough Riders. 30,000 seats, they're able to fill it every game. Or what? They're able to fill it good enough every game. Here's the thing. It's easy to get people to come over once a week. 82 game schedule, 41 home games. Good luck trying to get Saskatoon to come to Regina for every single game.
It won't happen. Plus, the thing is,
I think AHL works in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Just not big enough for NHL. There's not like one central hub that's big enough. What were you saying then?
No, I was just going to say that neither market is large enough. They would be reliant on the other market in almost a 50% partnership, and they're too far away for that many dates. And you got to remember that's that many dates in winter on weekdays. It's one thing to say it's not only less dates, it's summer.
Summer, yeah.
And it is essentially weekend games, right? Because it's Thursday to Sunday. So and probably not a lot of Thursday for them.
Yeah, but I think AHL would work. I think you could have an AHL team there.
Yes, but you also like the only problem why the AHL would be problematic. It's because you got to make sure that there's enough flight access. Because if there isn't easy flight access in and out to other places, then like that's why the Manitoba Moose in part moved out of the Maritimes, came back here because the flight access, it was hard to get players up when they needed to get them up like fast.
Yeah, it would also depend who they're that's what I was saying for Quebec. Quebec should really start eyeing up an AHL team because I mean like that was kind of a big thing when the Jets came back, was that the fact that we had the Moose, and the Moose was almost a proving ground. Like, they sold out the Videotron Center, 17,000 seats for the Quebec Ramparts.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, AHL team at least for the time being. And that's why I think Hartford's a more attractive market than Quebec. Because they've been able to prove it with an AHL franchise. With the Wolfpack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what the status of the facility is.
In Hartford?
Yeah.
That's where you run into a little bit of problems. I don't know if they have the nicest facility. Dallas going for it. Aiden Hill drops on that one and gets a whistle.
Pavelski tip in front.
Of course it was a Pavelski tip in front.
Sorry, that's Harley. And it's the way Pavelski opens his blade. I mean, Harley puts it in the right spot, but Pavelski just eagles that blade oh so perfectly. And look at him like, yeah, you know you barely got that. And a good chuckle between Aiden Hill and Joe Pavelski. Segues, what the draw. Hill is going to steps into a shot.
2 minutes left in the second. How many shots does Vegas have?
30 shots? Or 10. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing the graphic. Not wearing my glasses.
.130 left here in the second, and this is when you want to make sure that you're tight. If you're Dallas, you don't want to give any air to this building for the Vegas Golden Knights. Kolesar ran into Parchment over by the penalty box.
You know what is a little bit frustrating about the Jets? Why do they play worse at home in the whiteout than they do on the road?
Nerves.
But with Vegas, it makes them better. With the Jets, it makes them worse.
That's because their hockey fans are stupid, so they don't know anything.
There we go. All the Vegas fans have just left the stream. Thanks, Dad.
Is there any?
Is there any? I don't know, maybe one or two. There's a guy who occasionally joins. He's a really nice guy, though. His name's Nathan. He sometimes joins.
Yeah.
So what's the call here? Is Chandler Stevenson going back to the box? Second penalty of the game for Chandler Stevenson. Oh, that's a stupid penalty. What a stupid penalty by Chandler Stevenson. Clear cross-check, no puck in sight. Honestly, he's lucky it wasn't even more, considering the fact that Miller was in a really vulnerable position there. And it shouldn't be more than 2. However, I'm saying is that if Miller goes headfirst into the boards there, we could be looking at more than 2.
Yeah.
Dallas is 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Just about a minute left. They're going to get a minute of power play here and then a minute in the next period. Dallas back to the point, onto the side. Back to Heiskanen. Heiskanen with and a good deflection in front by Rupe Hintz. Back to Heiskanen. Up top, shot onto the side, puck loose, and that gets put out. This is the thing about the Vegas goaltenders. With their goaltenders, they've had to rely a lot on defense getting those pucks out after rebounds. Because they sure as shit keep giving them up. Vegas trying to get that puck out. It gets put back into their own zone. He slap shots that all the way around. That's going to go all the way... Not quite all the way down the ice. Dallas with possession in the neutral zone. That gets intercepted by Alex Pietrangelo. He's going to hold on to that, kill a little bit of time. Offensive zone with almost no time left. And the time will expire. And a good chance by the Knights.
This one here is just a straight giveaway, and you can't afford to do this. You'd rather go to the third period with a fresh sheet of ice than get this puck turned over, because this almost ended up in the back of your net. 8-5, the shots in favor of Dallas in the second period. Robertson with a power play goal for the Stars. Kelly, Terriford, Kelly, all coming up in our second intermission. In Game 2 of Vegas, a hockey night in Canada, and the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Get closer to hockey, the NHL app. Closer to the names you know. All the games, all the time. Get closer to everything.
Looks like the Penguins are going to ask the Leafs for permission to talk to Kyle Dubas.
Although Dubas said on Monday it's Toronto or nobody, so guess we'll see.
But they're not doing Toronto. They've agreed to turn. They're not. What?
I'm going to send you a link, one that Mom suggests.
Why did she just suggest that one?
It's got a plug-in USB ports in it and top compartment. Can light up if you want, and it's also actually the least expensive one too. So it's good option.
Is it big enough?
Here, I'll send you the.
Please do.
There's somehow no better way to travel this place than on a plate. The Expedia app tracks the price of your flight and lets you know if the price goes up or down. So instead of searching if your flight got cheaper, you can go on searching for all the best plates.
Tell me when you open it up. Make sure my link works.
It's the Jays and Rays at 6 Eastern. CZ against the Reds. Red Sox take on the Angels. We're in the presence of a generational. You are on the ice. Hockey Central previews the Eastern Conference Final. It's Hurricanes Panthers Game 3.
Brilliant stop, scores, and he said, "Let's go." And you could check if back-to-back games has won in overtime.
What happens tomorrow? It's all on Sportsnet.
Are you ready for a total physical and emotional transformation?
Yeah, 100 times yeah.
What's that?
It's pretty life-changing.
Not sure if it'll work in terms of its depth. Searched up the. So it's. Let me see here. It's just under 16 inches.
How much is the? What's the turntable?
It's just under 16 inches. So it's like.
Walking to the second intermission, we were
But the thing is that I don't know if the depth includes the backboard or not. You know what I mean? Like, is that 16 inches total or 16 inches in usable space? Because if it's 16 total, I don't know if that works. The width and height I have no issue with. It's just the depth. Although, good thing to point out, that's the other thing. It looks like it only comes up an inch and a half, it says. Or, no, not an inch and a half, 1.2 inches. So I'd have to take a few more measurements of my turntable.
Mom says that if we ordered it, we could get it on Wednesday.
Robertson reads that, then pushes the puck to the corner, gets a return pass, and now a nice little pass back to the point. Donov with the slap shot. Watch Robertson in front. We're going to see a couple really good looks at this. What I like is how he slides that left hand up on the shaft, and now he's able to open up the blade right there. And we're going to.
And I like it as well because it has a good amount of clearance underneath, so I can put a power bar. So I can link up.
Yeah, Mom says it's deep enough. That lip at the back is lower than the height of your turntable.
Okay.
So the lid would open above it.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I think on the right hand side in the corner I'll put my CD stack thing, and then I'll put the turntable thing, and then I'll put my mixer thing.
Okay.
If I have room to stack the speakers outside of my desk thing, I'll do that. If I don't, I'll just have them back under the desk, and then I'll have a shelving unit.
So should I buy it?
If she says it's high enough and whatnot, then yeah, let's go for it.
Wayfair one has no built-in outlets. Okay.
What'd you say?
There's a different one that was from Wayfair. It has no built-in outlets.
Yeah, I like the idea of built-in outlets. I do like that. I really like that.
So just smart passing, quick puck movement, and from there, look at your choices and your seams to the net.
So these coaches, Peter DeBoer and Paul Maurice, both played for the Windsor Spitfires. Their coach, Tommy Webster, was a fiend for hard passes.
I had Tommy for 3 years.
So you know that, right? That was one of his main things. Is everything's got to be to buy yourself time, and of course, be fail-safe. And the other example would be Bruce Cassidy. He played for Brian Kilray with the Ottawa 67s.
I had Brian for a year.
And the same thing, right? Canada Island, right? So there you go. There's two guys who are committed to hard passes. Who for you? We'll go for you first, Kelly.
Paul Coffey. Tape-to-tape hard passes.
Let's see here.
Danielle Goyette, and I know when I was a rookie on the team, she'd always spend extra time with me at the end of practice, and she would fire passes all the time.
Kopitar. Always notice Kopitar and Boschman in practice when the coach is watching.
Eric Lindros for me was the hard one, and I remember at the Winter Olympics in Albertville, only the guys like who had played in the NHL could even come close to handling the passes Eric would throw, and he was just 18 years old at the time.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say Mike Bostic, because I remember you telling me stories about what happened if Mike Bostic didn't get a hard pass on.
Oh, 100%. He would get really angry. Like, he'd give it to you if you didn't make a good pass to him.
But was Potvin, he would have been a hard passer.
Oh, really hard passer as well.
The
Coffee passes to both teams, though, right?
So what? The Amazon one with the LED lights, right?
Yep.
One of the sounds of the game is Paul yelling right now at us, but you got one.
We don't want to talk more about Kelly's coaches that he has. So the sounds of the game, and sometimes we're lucky enough that the camera picks up on. There's a lot going on out there, and a lot of it is mostly like trying to help out your teammates. But every once in a while, we're going to roll this, and you hear something out there, and it's just confusing. So run the clip here and just have a listen to what you hear. So exactly, right? So that ends up being a big turnover, and now, like, I don't know who did it and what they were yelling, but Kiviranta gets that puck, and he's confused for a second.
Yes.
And he ends up throwing it up there, so it reminded me of Brett Burns. Brett Burns, when he was in San Jose, he was playing forward, and every time for, like, a year, when he would forecheck, he would bark like a dog. So he'd be coming on the forward line.
What is Kevin
I
Bieksa
never
talking
knew what it
about?
meant, right? Because, like, I could obviously hear him, and so I kind of knew where he was, but it was just so confusing, and I never knew why he did it. And so every once in a while, there's something that happens, and when guys are mic'd up, you think you could get some of this. The only problem is general managers use that veto power of what makes it there. So you could probably catch a lot more of this stuff on, but there's some confusing things that happen out there.
Was it at all times or just when he wanted the puck? Early?
He didn't have the puck. I would have it on wheeling the net, and he was forechecking me barking. And honestly, I don't know what it means. I'd like to know for next time we interview him, maybe we can ask him.
Okay, Jen, guess what? Where's Lion Fox? You've been trying to show this for 2
Is
years.
that- Did you read that or no?
No, I can't see it.
Zellian, you might have some.
Yeah, there's some news that's developing, and we'll keep our eye on Tuesday after the long weekend, where it's expected that Craig Conroy will be named as general manager of the Calgary Flames. I don't necessarily think he's going to be the only appointment here.
The SNL clip with Blue Oyster Cult.
Dave Nonis interviewed for the GM job in Calgary.
Thank you for anyone still in the stream. I know it's been a little bit a little quieter.
Also be on whether or not Jerome McGinley will eventually join too. McGinley said he wants to coach his son for another year.
Let's see here.
He's drafted in the Western Hockey League, so
At 12 likes, what's our
a part of this too. And then
we're at 1479 subscribers. I think we can get that to 1480. So if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe.
Another one out there, a former line mate of Jerome McGinley's, Alex Tanguay, but they're going to do a search.
That's great. By the way, Kamloops hosting the Memorial Cup, so they're in obviously Seattle. Congrats to them. The other decisions are coming up here today. Quebec's underway with Halifax in Game 6 of their series, and Peterborough in London tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. Take a short break and continue our coverage here of Game 2 in Vegas. It's the Dallas Stars, 38 shot attempts, so they're anything but dog tired. Jason Robertson, this fourth, he'll be our guest. Scott Oak, Hockey Night in Canada.
Will you contribute to that record player thing?
Sure. How much do you want for it?
Closer to all the games all the time. Download the NHL app today.
Well, it's basically $100 plus tax.
And good for the earth this spring? We mean really, really good. Just look for Proven Winners Color Choice shrubs in the white containers at your local garden center and plant them in your yard. They've all been trialed and tested for your success. So you provide a little bit of TLC and they'll provide for years to come. Proven Winners Color Choice. A better landscape starts with a better shrub.
Representation matters. When communities and people see themselves reflected up on the screens, they move from the margins.
I don't like putting stuff off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a very powerful moment for them, and it gives them hope.
Then also, Zach owes me $100 still.
When you give people a voice, other people start listening.
For what?
When people start listening,
iPad.
things start to change.
He said he was going to pay me after his shift.
Should I get him to pay me?
Like, would you just want it to be like that?
Commentators clothing provided by Jack Victor.
Okay.
And then Don't worry
Just a
about the
reminder,
tax
Laura Weebney, where I love
for
that,
you,
Jalen with that
and
little
I'll throw a
ritual
couple
every
bucks,
after goal
more
of game
bucks
number
your way.
2. So Hockey
Okay,
Central
sounds
tomorrow
good.
evening, 7:30 ET. Florida leads to Zip, and they're on home ice on Hockey Night in Canada tomorrow night. Meantime, in our game, it's 2-1 the Dallas Stars after 40 minutes. Second in ice time among forwards is Jason Robertson. Joe Pavelski is tops with 13:04. 12:32 for
Is there
Jason.
anything
He's
that you
got
can
the
move
goal.
back
He's got
in
2
your way
shots
today?
and 2 hits, and here he is with Scott.
Jason, for
A little
all the
bit difficult without
self-inflicted
that thing there.
since the first round losses in back-to-back games,
I
let's put a
think.
merciful end to that talk. On the other hand, what you was worried about it
Even
is
if you can
everybody
move
else.
some of the other stuff and leave the space for it.
Yeah. Is there a way that you can get like extension cords for plugins that are like not like crazy long at all? Like just a little longer?
Like short, you want a short extension cord?
Yes.
I think there's actually a couple in the back room.
That would be great. The reason why was because that plug-in, because I want to manage my cords underneath those record, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is that the plug-in is right under the clock. So, and the plug-in that goes to the clock right now goes like straight up, and it's kind of stretched a little. So ideally, I have a thing going to underneath where I have a power bar, and it just comes from the power bar.
Right.
Or the other thing I could do is I could just use the other thing that goes underneath.
Yeah.
Actually, I might just keep the clock as is then, because I think I might have an idea.
Should I tell Carter Zach to pay me the $100 instead of you?
Yeah, I was gonna text him that too.
Okay.
Light tape on the knob of their stick, lest it be confused with the puck in the net. This would be a way to solve that problem. Okay, it's matinee. What do you expect? 2-1 Dallas. I'll be back with the third.
You know what's funny? If he was gonna pay me back, I bet you he'd pay me $99.99. If he pays you back, he'll probably give you the full 100.
Dressed like a white girl at Whole Foods. Wall walls. Jack Harlow. White boys got to go.
Let's see here.
White man can't jump. I'm here whenever you guys need me. For what? A monster?
Still got one more period left. Hopefully, not more. Good God. We don't need more overtime games.
It's the power of choice, the possibilities of imagination, and commitment to driving us all forward. Hyundai is leading the charge towards an electric future. Because we're not just making history, we're on.
So cozy. Honeymoon ring. Should we go check it out? Yeah, it's a year-old weekend.
When you stay in a Vrbo,
I called it in the door code.
the host doesn't stay with you.
It looks exactly like the picture.
Because without privacy, your vacation home
It's a full log cabin, guys.
isn't really a vacation.
We're still on intermission, right?
Is it?
What'd you say?
We're still on intermission?
Yep.
Okay. I'll be right back.
This is CBC News Explore, because that's what we do. We explore the news. How did this happen? 24 hours a day for free. CBC News Explore. Stream free.
What happens when we turn our country into one giant obstacle course? Canada's ultimate challenge. Stream free on CBC Channel.
May is Asian Heritage Month. Join us in celebrating the many contributions that Asian Canadians make to Canada.
NHLShop.ca, the official online store of the NHL and Canada's largest selection of authentic NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer.
The Jeep No Limits event is here, which means more trails to blaze, more challenges to meet, more sights to discover. Get into a Jeep Wrangler, most capable Wrangler ever. Or Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Jeep No Limits is here. Time to test your limits. Right now, finance the Jeep Grand Cherokee for as low as 0% for up to 60 months. Did somebody say skip?
How are you guys doing there on stream? Credit to y'all still here.
Score the lowest fees with Skip. Sunset Marigold?
Your call
mortgage, which was super easy with RBC. They paired us with our own mortgage specialist to give us helpful advice and our best rate.
Whoa. Get up to $3,500 and 55,000 Avion points with an RBC mortgage.
In Las Vegas, the Dallas Stars 20 minutes away from getting this Western Conference final down to a best-of-5 start, a 2-1 lead over Vegas after 2. Golden Knights had 2 of the Baby Brigade going in the first period. Mark Stone, Chandler Stevenson combining on the Knights' only goal. The Baby Brigade is this: William Karlsson and wife Emily welcomed son Beckham last week. Brett and Mickey Houghton, a boy Charlie 5 weeks ago. Chandler and Tasha Stevenson, son Ford recently, and Charlotte, the daughter, arrived for Mark and Haley Stone in late March. So Bruce Cassidy seems to think his players are onto something. He says, hey, it's working for us. I may be calling the players in August and say, let's get to work. Make this a summer project. I'm not sure about that, but has been working so far. The Vegas Golden Knights. John and Gary now with the call of the third.
It's such a great time of year, and when you have a baby on a team like this, these guys are all family. You've got 30 families with you, including coaching staff and management, that are all just so excited for you. And these kids get to grow up in a great environment. My daughter Shanley was born, my first in 1990 during the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's a memory. And she won't. And you're at the house, and all your teammates are over when they find out. You got pictures of them all home with the baby and everything. It's great, and it's really wonderful to see those pictures.
And they're all the right size to fit the Stanley Cup. We'll photo on the side. That's what I was hoping for too, though.
Here we go. Third period. Hey, Carter. Keep on with marathon of live streaming. Well, I'm not sure if I'll be doing all these. I think Zach will hopefully be doing the ones tomorrow, but I think we're going to try to be doing as many as we can. Dallas on the sidewall, still on their power play that they had at the end of the last period. 30 seconds left, but the puck goes all the way down. Thanks for the support, guy. Here's Johnny. Go Stars, go Cats. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Sagan puts that puck on net. That goes all the way down. Puck going all the way down. Our play expires. Dallas within their own zone. Trying to get that out. Goes over the blue. Dallas getting through. A decent chance there. Nice save by Aiden Hill. Knights get that out for Dallas. Eichel dumps that in. Marchessault in pursuit. Dallas moving over center. Trying to get that in. Runs into the linesman. Stars keep pressuring. Got a little tripped up there. No call on the play. Dallas pursuing. Goes to the point. Gets put back in. However, Vegas takes control. Knights moving that through. Oh, just stretching. Hell yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Suter putting that up to Heiskanen. Heiskanen putting that in. Stars pursuing. That puck goes around once again. Knights. That puck goes around once again. Knights moving up. Getting tired. We got 12 likes. We got up to 20 likes yesterday. If we can get to at least 15, that'd be nice. Thank you for everyone joining the stream. Let's take a look here. Face off in the Star Zone. Decent shot by McNabb. However, it gets deflected. Knights back check, and a good play by Adin Hill. Not only to make the save on that play, but to really suck that in, not let the rebound out. Good play by Adin Hill. Shut this down.
Shows you his commitment to the 200-foot game, and it's something that Bruce Cassidy has said has been really big. He's less than 7 minutes, maybe a minute and a half ice time, and asking for it to be.
Now you're good, bud. Oh, that's true. Stars with possession in the offensive zone. They give that up though. In Vegas now moving through neutral ice, moving around, driving behind the net. Knights with possession up to the point. Nice slap shot on net. Good save by Ottinger to put that wide. 90.5 mile an hour slap shot from Haig on Jake Ottinger. That puck goes back into the Knights zone. They pick it up. They're moving through. Over center, they put that puck in deep. Ottinger tries to stop that behind. He misses that though. Both teams battling for it behind the net. Group A Hintz with possession in the corner. Knights pursuing though. They're going to chip that out. Knights defenseman caught that in the neutral ice. Stars going to go for a little bit of a change here. Knights regrouping. Stone puts that up for Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson going after that. Stone trying to get that in the corner. Battling with Joe Pavelski. That puck goes out and it's going to go all the way down the ice for Adin Hill. Pass to Shea Theodore for Adin Hill. Knights go back on the offense. They lose that though. And Suter's going to put that off for his partner. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Both teams battling for it. Knights get possession. Going to regroup in their own zone. Knights put that into neutral ice. Stars going after it. Haskinen's going to shoot that around. Look for his partner to get that. Going to get tipped. However, before the red line. So we're still going to have an icing on the play against the Dallas Stars.
It's so important now, making sure you got the right guys going over the boards. This is a pressure cooker. It's one thing they gotta have, and they've been great in game twos, especially after a loss. I mean, two consecutive wins. One in Minnesota, 7-3, and then Seattle, a 4-2 win. They're gonna have to get here if they want to give up the series. After a loss, they're 5-0. They've only allowed 11 hits. They followed true to suit here as they shots against this game, so they've certainly made some good adjustments. Long way to go still. 14-22.
Looking for a face-off in the Star Zone. Ref taking bloody forever to dropping the puck. Just drop the damn puck! Good God. It's a little frustrating sometimes. Stars win that though. Suter with it. He puts that up for the side wall. Knights take possession. Puts that out in front! And a little bit of turmoil, but the Knights not able to get a shot off. Knights with possession again. In the corner. Waugh puts that up to the point. Across, slap shot from the point. Nice save by Ottinger. And he'll suck that in. Not allowing a rebound.
Stars lead it 2-1. Here in the third to even the series. Back to Dallas.
Whether you're at Rogers or on
Molson, your name on it. Canadian, XL, Ultra, Molson, everyone in.
You get mad easily, just like Zach. I actually don't get mad easily. That's actually no offense. That's actually not true at all. It's a pet peeve, you know. It's not that I get mad easily. There's just certain things, I guess, where I get mad a little easily. And it's a particular pet peeve when they keep like faking, like just drop the damn puck, like yeah. It's just a pet peeve. It's yeah. But actually, it's actually kind of the opposite in terms of there can be a lot of shit to happen for me, and I will not get mad, even if I should be mad, to be honest.
Best retained value to proof. Visit shoptoyota.ca. Get the best news app for free. Get trusted international reporting, reliable local coverage, and stream all of our new channel, CBC News Explorer, whenever you want it. The CBC News app, free anytime, anywhere.
Being there beats being key Russian forces in wanting battle. It's just a fraction of the mess here in Port aux Basques to witness.
He's not wearing it. He'll be fine. And now he is. You know, he said, I'm getting opportunities, so I feel like if I keep doing the right things, it will come around. And I remember Cam Neely saying, hey, I'm getting opportunities. And Harry Siddon said, I don't pay to get opportunities. I pay to score goals. And if the Dallas Stars are going to win this series, he will have to start scoring some goals. Good start thus far. The rules, of course. Of course.
After supper, Mom and I are gonna go for a walk. We're gonna walk. I think we're gonna walk up to Grand Rapids for a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dallas with it, offensive or Vegas.
Can I put my tea on that table?
Yep.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just push the flag off it. It's fine.
Not the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, don't push the
Sorry,
Stanley.
did I? Okay.
There you go. Roope Hintz behind the net. Dallas with a 1-goal lead, looking to extend that. Hintz puts that on. Pavelski going after it behind. Knights get control. They're going to get that out. In the Star zone.
Is a popcorn popper because the thing is,
we just fly out. Like
there's popcorn everywhere.
Made a mess.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't had a point this series yet. There's still some time left in this game, but Jack Eichel, when you're not scoring, not being productive, you don't want to get he's not getting anything. His work ethic, that's interesting. He's been in the right spot defensively. Sure. If you're not scoring, you got to do all these other things well, and he's certainly done that. Obviously, when he gets a point, the record is wonderful, 7-0. When he doesn't, they're 2-3. He didn't have one in game one, and they won that game in overtime.
Did you pick up the stuff from?
I haven't looked. I will. I gotta go get paper and stuff for stuff that's shelving.
Oh boy. Vegas moving this up. Putting that in deep. Dallas moving it out. All Dallas has to do here is they just have to hold on. Oh, whoa! What happens there?
I missed it. I'll have to see. Is that a back of the bench? Whatever it's not. Yeah.
Is that Haskinen now? Or Hints? I just saw the 4.
He went down?
I couldn't tell exactly who it was. I almost wonder if it was like a
No,
cross
I
check.
thought they said Marchman. 27.
I said I didn't know.
Yeah.
She's saying he thought they said.
Oh, I know, but when you say it like that, it makes it sound like what I said was wrong. But what I said was I had no idea.
Yeah. No.
All he was saying is what he thought he did.
Gotcha. Vegas with it at the point. Ooh, Vegas with a good chance. Nice save by Ottinger. Looks like we're getting a TV timeout.
Right there. It's hard to tell from that angle. The referee couldn't tell either. And then Pietrangelo dumps this one off, and then gives a pretty good shot to the head of Marchman, and that wasn't called either. Lindell loses his helmet, has to go to the bench, and this opens up a shot for Roy. What a nice save by Ottinger.
Get your cold on this summer at Tim's with next level refreshment. Our new sparkling quenchers are bubbly and make a big splash. From blackberry yuzu to orange ginger, they're naturally flavored and deliciously unique. When that heat dials up, hit refresh with the perfect cool down. Keep it cold with Tim's new sparkling quenchers all summer long.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you the right direction. I have to trust we can find love.
On every commercial break, you can depend on ISO to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Are you ready for a total physical and emotional transformation?
Yeah.
I kind of wish they,
It's pretty life-changing.
A big deal for real.
Actually, never mind. That doesn't make sense. I was about to say, I wish they did the commercial breaks during the intermission as well, so they could keep playing, but then they still have to shovel the ice, so, I mean, doesn't make sense. That's what I mean by it didn't make sense after I thought about it.
Lisa Lindell's going to be the foul in the corner, and around, turning around, taking the shot, and there's Glendening going right through. I mean, I think that's Michael's guy, maybe lose him a little bit there, but again, you're seeing Dallas Stars players getting to do that a little easier or harder, man. In what?
Ooh. Vegas going on the offense, looking to tie this game. Marchessault!
Nice save.
Nice save by Ottinger. Oh, please win, Dallas. Please, please, please.
Quiet offensively. It's been quiet as far as pucks go towards Ottinger. They've got a chance to get this thing tied up. And Marchessault walks in. He looks to go down short side, stick side. It's almost showing Ottinger like he was going to go far side glove. At the last minute, just turned it over. Tried to get him down low. Job by Ottinger.
Knights with it in the offensive zone. Martinez, that shot gets blocked and goes out. Ooh. Looked like he went into the boards a little awkwardly, but thankfully it looks okay. Vegas on all offense here. Just over 7 minutes left. Point, slap shot. That's going to go wide. Knights still with it in the offensive zone. Stars going on the offense. That goes out of play.
The last thing you want to do is to try to sit on a one-goal lead. Saw Vegas doing a little bit to the point.
I can't believe this place is ours.
Should we go with Sunset Marigold or Bright Eyed Susan?
Oh, you were the paint specialist. I'm better at sorting out our mortgage, which was super easy with RBC.
Super easy.
They paired us with our own mortgage specialist who give us helpful advice and our best rate.
Another good idea.
Starts in the next generation. GM producing the next generation GMC Canyon, the official vehicle of nowhere.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Sharks.
I don't know. Free justice was such a weapon. But I thought the Nazis can. 3, 2, 1. Oppenheimer in theaters this summer.
Is a movie called Oppenheimer coming out?
Sounds lovely.
That actually sounds interesting. Because you know what that is, right?
Sorry, what?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is the scientist who invented the atomic bomb.
Oh, is it?
Yes. J. Robert Oppenheimer.
Manhattan.
Which ran by Oppenheimer, yeah. It's kind of scary if you ever see any clips of him. I've never seen a man seem so depressed. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Is that motivating when you're trying to make a bomb?
Well, no, because he wanted to do it for scientific purposes, but I mean, the thing is that he knew that if he didn't do it, someone else would, and he more or less, like, he would have preferred that, like, say, the Americans had it than, like, the Soviets. Because I guess he viewed it as a lesser between two evils, but he, like, felt, like, personally responsible for everything or whatever. And so he was, like, really depressed. And it's kind of unimaginable. Dallas with that offensive zone. Hints. Shot goes wide. Just under 5 minutes left in this game. This game's a 2-1 for the Dallas Stars, and shots are 23-17 for the Stars as well. Although I bet you Vegas is going to be ramping off the offense soon. As they kind of need to. Was expecting a higher scoring game. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But here we are. Puck's going to go all the way down, and we're going to get an icing against the Knights.
Barbashev's upset with that. He thought that Lindell was up, holding his stick up in the air. Slavansky spins this one around the hits. It's a rolling puck. He's trying to settle.
It's with it in front. My goodness. Just a little. Dallas went to overtime against Vegas. Carolina and Florida went to overtime. One of them went to 4 overtimes. Like, oh my. Mason Marchman trying to get that out. 1 minute left in this game. Knights with the momentum with it. Suter moving in. And Vegas is going to get an icing here. You're freezing a lot. Here, let me try something. He'll pull through, but Zach being the great supportive brother right now. He keeps texting me. He's like, "You're doing great." Can you get away?
What a nice boy.
40 seconds left in the third until we go to the inevitable overtime that we seemingly cannot avoid in these conference finals. Dallas with it, moving this out. Johnston puts that in for Dallas. Battling in the corner. Just under 20 seconds left. First time in NHL history that the first 4 games of the conference finals have all went to overtime. All right, and let's. You're good. Intermission. Go.
So Kaufman's apparently all of their grass is ripped out and they're reseeding it all.
Reseeding?
Yes.
Oh.
And Nancy's explanation? Because Chemical Rob Chernobyled his grass.
Let's hear your predictions. Let me see here. So, what is this here? Frames job. Oh, this is from a few seconds ago. Predictions. I mean, I'm hoping Dallas, but I feel like it's gonna be Vegas. But I'm gonna say that for Vegas, it's Jack Eichel. For Dallas, it's Joe Pavelski. Dallas is going to win. I hope you were right.
For nearly his entire hockey, every word Sidney Crosby wrote in ways you could only imagine. You can bet he felt confused. Get carried away in all things hockey. Audiobooks, podcasts, and originals for every type of fan. There's more to imagine with Audible. 1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions. Homemade pasta. And nice cold Coke. That's my recipe for magic.
For old favorites, made healthier. Frigidaire ovens have 15 ways
Some
to
poor
cook.
kid, I think, runs up side by side on some Valley Drive.
Let's
His
see
bike
here.
was stolen.
What's going on here with the stream? I'm having goal scorer prediction. I just gave it. Dad, predictions. Vegas wins. Who do you think? First off, what team do you think is going to win?
Dallas.
Yeah. And who's scoring?
Who is scoring? I'm going with.
It's organic. We make more money today than we've ever seen in our lives.
I'm going with Sagan.
You guys are all
Sagan?
Yeah.
And if Vegas wins, it's who?
Barbashev.
Barbashev. Zach said Robertson Smith, also known as Zach has Dallas winning on the power play because that's the only time Robertson's gonna score.
And I don't know how Vegas is going to win because has Smith even been on the ice?
Yes, he has a little bit.
I haven't seen a lot of them.
Oh my gosh. That was something. Just like getting the goal and then going.
Just skating straight off?
Yeah.
He did that both games.
I know he did that both games, especially the second one here.
Sorry, what happened? Kachuk scored.
You're gonna see
skates right off.
And he's like, watch this. He's gonna score the goal and then out he goes. Look at this. And that's it.
Well, the first time he probably thought he didn't know if he had enough energy to even make it to the dressing room at that point.
They were on the bikes after the game, which people like what? like I'm sorry, what? Robertson anywhere except on a breakaway because he skates as fast as Lucic. I can't put Roberts on.
Patiently spins a couple of times. I talked about his smart skating and knowing when to accelerate and when you have the options that you want. So he decides to take it with himself, doesn't see the support, so just gets it in deep, and then just positionally, very smart, and Suter just far too casual on that play, and then doesn't regain himself. For the play, if you watch Eichel, though, he does a great shoulder check before he gets the puck. He knows exactly where Marchessault is off to. Beautiful backhand pass, knows where he is, and buries that. But Suter, and those were two huge mistakes for him, but a big goal for Marchessault. And, if the line deserved it on Vegas, not a ton of shots for them throughout the game, but that line did generate a few opportunities.
Kelly, like, I'm watching Ottinger there, and he's had a phenomenal year. Does he put the puck sometimes in strange places?
Yes, Robertson is going to be the overtime winner. I disagree. I think it's Pavelski.
Which team is Pavelski on?
Dallas.
But the things I don't think he
Like, if it's Dallas. I have Jack Eichel and Joe Pavelski.
I thought you were making a prediction about the team.
Oh, no, I think Vegas is going to win because they have a habit of making me disappointed. So
you don't want Vegas to win.
Oh, hell no. I don't want Vegas to win a single damn game. But
that ship has sailed.
Yeah. Also, I've realized that I've bet against Vegas both times and they won, so I'm going to bet for Vegas and hope that they lose.
Because that's
reverse psychology. Good God, whatever's needed to make them lose.
You okay with Heiskanen on that one? Not getting over to the boards to get that?
I don't think he was sure he was getting that bump. And I think that the read for the defenseman is when your partner has the puck in the corner, if you're not sure, you stay in front of the net. And I think he hesitated in front of that before he went for that bump.
And the other thing, Kevin, you were great at showing the other night proper line changes. And it felt like Dallas does proper line changes. There's a guy, if you go back to when Eichel breaks out even earlier, you'll see they are changing a lot. But there was enough of pressure.
They have numbers. They get numbers out here. And Eichel, like, it's one of those where you chip the puck in and you go get it yourself and you have a ton of speed. And remember, I don't want to bring up a bad memory, but for the Leaf fans, that's Sam Reinhart when he got that overtime winner. Somebody has to chip Eichel there and slow down his progression so he doesn't get in on the forecheck.
And it's Dallas Eakins, too. The ability to make a pass when you are on the boards. That's the skill he loves the most. Is it's not just to get it on the boards. It's hard not to handle, as Kevin has showed many times. But to put it on the tape like that was...
He's at the game tonight, Dallas.
Oh, good.
Nice. Everything he notices.
He left the game. He's at the tables.
So you want to carry on with Eichel?
Well, let's carry on Eichel. So he makes the great pass there, but Gary's been, all game he's been talking about him, and he's had a solid game. Listen, like, there hasn't been a ton of shots on net tonight for Vegas. There hasn't been a lot of chances, only 3, but he's been doing a lot. He's been contributing, running the pack here. And as you can see, it's not always what you do offensively. Like Gary mentioned, it's like he's been a factor, so this is one of his 3 shots, but he's been doing a lot of this. He's been defending. He's only played 16 minutes tonight. Those aren't monsters.
Pavelski's my second choice. Fair enough, yeah. Again, I don't know. I feel like Pavelski's going to win on a deflection.
Which means you're trying to play really good defensively. although he has been an absolute monster in the faceoff circle. Cal, you
Sorry,
said that they're
Pavelski's
losing the
on which
faceoff
team?
battle
Dallas.
60-40
Dallas.
tonight. The rest of his team is 33%. He's 71%. He's 16 wins, 6 losses, and we're going to get this one. 40 seconds left. I had no doubt he was winning that. He snapped that one back, especially after Ben got kicked out of the faceoff circle. So he's been
Coca-Cola
quietly
shirt.
a beast tonight.
Yeah.
Do you want to see
I
him
put it
shoot
in the
more,
bag.
Jen? Like,
Okay.
it kind of reminds
Lying
me
on
of
the floor.
Barkov. He's such a great
if Nobody's
distributor
gonna
that
wear it. He
Barkov
wants
does
to get
through
rid of it.
pass. And tonight, Eichel has given so many guys opportunities, but 3
Yeah, I
shots.
don't have
Charlie and I were saying sometimes just maybe with one extra pass for Vegas.
It's not
Because I'm
like he
sometimes
bought
okay with the initial pass, but sometimes they look for one more, the perfect play. Where yes, in this situation, I do think he could look to shoot more.
I find it very hard to complain anything about Eichel doing tonight. But you know, when you have a night where you've only got 14, 15 shots, you do have to start firing it, and they did.
If you weren't with us earlier, I'm sure you were, but Cabral Richards did a fantastic interview, a sit-down with Jonathan Marchessault and Jack Eichel playing games, but here's just a snippet of the clear chemistry between the two.
Jack, who's your favorite Quebec Nordique?
Didn't Joe Sakic start there?
Joe Sakic did start there, nice.
Probably a good one.
Might be the best one. Nice. I'm more of an Eric Lindros guy, but
easy now.
So the great thing about obviously Jonathan Marchessault is from Quebec City. Played, I was saying earlier in the
drafted
broadcast,
by
for Patrick
Quebec and
Roy. The
refused to play
Ramparts
that,
are
right?
embroiled in a big game with Halifax.
He said
right
because
now.
of the
We're
owner.
trailing after 2 periods by a goal. But yeah, he said
Not because
he
of the
gets all
city
the
or
credit,
anything.
Marchessault, for his career to Roy first hardening him. He was really tough on him in Quebec, demanding.
His career
and then Rob
didn't turn
Settler
out
in
to be
Syracuse was his head coach, and at that point he was a little bit overweight.
it was
And
cracked
they
up to
both
be.
kind of
He ended
one
up having
wanted
so
him
many
mentally tough,
injuries.
Roy. The other guy wanted him physically fit.
Concussion
5'9",
problems.
Concussions, yeah.
Edmonds
Which is
National
scary.
Hockey League. He gives Settler a lot of
Actually, his brother
Go ahead,
actually retired even younger from the
if you're
NHL
watching
with
both
concussion.
sides, Carolina and Florida, it's
Right.
been physical, it's been mean, it's been everything that you want in a conference final, and the same thing in this
You almost
series. And
wonder,
it's
like,
really
is there
ramping up.
something that makes
Today
some
already
people
we have 15
genetically
hits, there are only
predisposed to
46 last game or
Yeah.
the first game
concussions?
between
Like,
these two
just
teams, and it was mean at times. And we talked about
No.
how you talked about
should
that
they play
sneaky,
similar
dirty
games
little
and
punch
that's
by
why?
Pavelski and
Or
Stone that's banged up.
Well, they did
And it
do
was
that.
pretty much everybody, not the usual suspects too. You know, you think of okay, it's going to be the fourth liners or the grinders or the role players. It's everybody getting involved, and I just think that where this series is now, it's only game 2.
We like it to last a little longer than game 1.
Series goes on.
I don't care how quick it is, as long as Dallas wins.
Cut check time for Dallas, clearly, after thinking they had one and going home with a split. So we'll take a short break. You can think about your picks. We'll do that on the other side of the break for the 22nd night of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Who do you think's going to score? And Kevin, you already were right on Heiskanen earlier, so you've got the hot hands in Vegas. Our coverage continues.
I can't believe this place is ours.
Should we go with Sunset Marigold or Bright Eyed Susan?
Oh, you were the pay specialist. I'm better at sorting out our mortgage, which was super easy with RBC.
Super easy.
They paired us with our own mortgage specialist who give us helpful advice and our best rate.
Another good idea. Hey, does RBC need a paint specialist?
Maybe.
I can work with me.
Get up to $3,500 and 55,000 Avion points with an RBC mortgage.
Nowhere is out there. Your journey starts in the next generation GMC Canyon AT4X, the most advanced off-road size truck. That's the hardest places to get to.
You did not get a donation today. That's correct. I mean, but again, we don't. It's not required, you know. And thankfully, I think we'd be very grateful for the donations we've got the past few days.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
George.
I don't know. This is your weapon. But I know the Nazis can. 3, 2, 1. Oppenheimer in theaters this summer.
Tomorrow night, Hockey Central on Sportsnet starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and then we have the Panthers leading the series 2-0, hosting Carolina. Site of this year's All-Star Game, Sunrise, ADT 5 Pacific. So you have to give a bit of
in
a
those
reason
two cities
here
would
as
start
well. You said he was due Heiskanen, mature,
Protesting the late game starts, considering those games go so late.
Probably why they're happy that this is a 2 p.m. game.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the other series. It's the one that's gone really late.
Okay, Jen.
All right, Eichel, because of I think we've seen him be very strong all night, big puck possession opportunities, and then I'm going to say Johnson, the young one for the Stars. I think offensively can be so dangerous when he gets the chance.
Chandler Stevenson, because he is important in the first overtime goal last game, and I guess there was only one. There wasn't more than one. And then I've always wanted to do this because you
It's
do
not
it so
more
well.
than one overtime goal.
All right. That's good. And then I'll go
See,
with
Kevin Bieksa would have just said that and then not corrected himself.
Martinez. And finally, Elliot, you had to wait today.
Yeah, I'm going Riley Smith and Joe Pavelski.
I think whoever gets the first goal in overtime will have the upper hand.
What's that?
I said, I think whoever gets the first goal in overtime will have the upper hand. Game's not over yet, Davidson. But it's good either way.
Our cousin Zane Florence is playing today for the. Your thing, it's our cousin. You said we on the show. It's your cousin.
That's true.
The Friedman.
I broke through this long weekend. No worries, man. No worries. You don't have to. Like we said, it's just something where, if someone does do it, we're extremely grateful. But if not, then there's literally no issues.
Scotto, down to you in Nevada.
All right, Ron. Marchessault to the rescue here in Vegas for the first 7 games of the playoffs. Jonathan Marchessault didn't score. Then he changed his mindset and decided to get a natural hat trick in Game 6 around 260.
It's a natural hat trick.
3 goals in a row.
What he said.
Made up for it by decorating his lawn and his wife, his wife's
So it's not natural if somebody else scores in between?
Right. Still hat trick, not natural hat trick. Though. All right, here we go. This stream we're at 3 hours, 2 minutes. We could go to 3 hours and 30 minutes, or we could go to 6 hours like the first one. Yes, Vegas is 2-0 in overtime this playoffs. One of them courtesy of a Sandberg pass off the guy's foot right into the middle of the net. Right in front.
I was there.
Oh, I was there too. Man, I gotta say though, getting that comeback was like some of the most excited. Like, I don't know if I've ever been so excited at a hockey game in my life. Literally jumping out of my seat.
Jets deserved to win that game.
Yeah.
That was game 3, where they were down 4-1. And they came back, tied it 4-4.
Oh, man, when Lowry scored that goal, Oh, great! Dallas is 0-3 in overtimes this playoffs. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Well, you gotta believe that, a team that's like 0-3.
You're right, I do gotta believe. That's all I got.
You gotta believe the team's not gonna lose, like, all those overtime games.
No. The Vegas is so good in overtime, it's concerning. Oh, Vegas with it! Yup! Vegas wins. Chandler Stevenson. God damn it. Ah! Like, good God. 2-1 lead. Completely blew it. All I want is for one of the 4 teams left to not make it. And they're the team that just keep... They just
No chance.
they just don't die. No, Ottinger pushes out too far here. God damn it. Nobody outside the state of Nevada wants these guys to win. Actually, you can. He's from Winnipeg and he pisses me off.
I might go to Columbus Place.
What happened? Was I a minute behind?
Hallmark Center.
Yep.
Chandler Stevenson scores, and that's the end of this game. So that's pretty much it for the stream. Thank you guys for joining. It was a good time, and just make sure you guys join for the next one. I think we might be having one tomorrow. I'm not sure. We've done all the conference finals games so far, so I'll see you